Okay, everyone. This is the first live stream online nappuccino, and this is Simona from Nappy Love. At the minute, I'm just gonna wait 5 minutes because I don't know if everyone's got the right address to watch this nappuccino. So I'm just gonna literally wait and see from the feedback I get on my Facebook page if you're watching this and if everything is fine. So this is the Okay, so I've just posted on my page the actual address for the nappuccino where people can join us and watch together. So I would appreciate if you guys can send me an email or a message to see. I'm just gonna literally have my phone here and check that you actually can see us. So I'm just gonna go in my events at the minute. Oh, I've got notifications. Let's have a look. How about this? I've got one person saying I am actually offline. So let's have a look. So, okay, so I've got 4 people watching at the minute, which means you guys are there. So I'm just gonna start my my nappuccino at the minute. Okay, so let's have a look. No more messages from you guys. So yes, that's it. Okie dokie. Okay, so unless I hear anything else, I'm just gonna continue. Okay, so this is Simona and I run Nappy Love as of last January. I decided to start a real nappy business because I love real nappies and I got into real nappies with my baby who's now just turned 7 months. I have a confession to make. I did not start with cloth nappies. Okay, this is my coming out. I actually started on disposables. However, after 4 weeks, I quickly realized that disposables were not going to work for us because they leaked everywhere. And I was having to change my baby several times a day because his poo was very runny, being breastfed and all. And he went up to his neck, and I had to change a lot of clothes. And I was growing increasingly fed up of the situation. So I decided to Google at 3 a.m., as you do, nappies with elastics on the back. And then I Googled punamis. And then for some strange reason, I went onto this website which suggested cloth nappies. My idea of cloth nappies was really old-fashioned. I thought it was just the old terry nappies with pins, and in my mind I just wanted a convenient solution. I wanted something nice and easy. I didn't want more laundry because I was already having to wash a lot of clothes for my baby. So I went into this world really cautiously. I approached it thinking, oh, I don't know whether this is going to work. I can't be bothered to do a lot more laundry. However, once I tried my first cloth nappy, I actually found it really good. The containment was a lot better. Baby was happy. And you know what? It worked for us. Therefore, I decided to learn more. And I spent literally every night whilst I was feeding my baby just reading up on cloth nappies. And I spent small amount of money, my husband might be watching this, looking at different kind of cloth nappies and trying them on. And then I decided to convert my All in City group. They converted, and this is it. This is Nappy Love right now. So this is the online nappuccino. That was my story. I'm just gonna refresh my page to see whether I got any more notifications, and it looks like I do have one now. Yes, so we're live. Okie dokie. So for you newbies, if anyone is not using cloth nappies, I'm just going to go through a variety of cloth nappies, all the types of cloth nappies that you can find. So if you've never approached cloth nappies, if you don't know anything about it, this is the place, this is live. So I'm going to start from the easy cloth nappies to the ones which are fluffier. So an all-in-one, it's what's the easiest option. All-in-one, the name says it all. All you need is in your nappy. You don't need to do anything else. It's kind of like a disposable in terms of convenience, in that this is a nappy. You put it on onto your baby. There's nothing else for you to do apart from close the poppers or the Velcro. So I'm going to show this, an all-in-one by Bambuti. And this is called the Easy One Size because it's a birth to potty, which means you can use it right from birth until your baby's potty trains. So it's all-in-one because all the inserts and all the absorbency is within the nappy. So there's nothing for you to do. The inserts are sewn in. So this particular nappy comes with two sewn-in inserts, two flaps like this. And there's no correct way of placing these flaps. It's really what works for your baby. And this is the universal truth in the world of cloth nappies, is what works for your baby. I can show you a way. You can then look at several videos on YouTube, but basically you can mix and match and you can try different views and approaches, and what works for your baby is right. And that's it. So if you have a boy, for example, you could just place the absorbency more at the front where it's needed. If you have a girl, then you could have it throughout the nappy. But this is an all-in-one. And this is the Bambuti all-in-one. I'm going to show you another example of an all-in-one, the easiest nappy out there. This is a Bambino Mio. This is an all-in-one with Velcro, as you can see. And this is also a birth to potty. And in this case, there is just the one long insert, which is sewn in as well. And in the case of the Bambino Mio, Mio Solo, they're called, the inserts, you just put your hand in there, and there's a little pocket at the back, and you literally just place it inside this pocket. Little wiggle around the side. And this is your nappy. So this is fairly easy because you can just prepare them, leave them, and your husband can do the nappy change, or you can give them to a nursery, and this is like the easiest one. So this is it. This is an all-in-one. I'm going to show you quickly another example of an all-in-one. This is a Bambuti Basics. And this is another all-in-one because, as you can see, the insert is attached to the nappy and there's nothing for you to do. So with the all-in-ones, once baby pees in the all-in-one or poos, then that's it. You've got to take the whole nappy and remove it and put it in a nappy bucket. You cannot reuse it. So the all-in-ones is very convenient, but you cannot reuse it. So these are my all-in-ones. All-in-ones can come in sized nappies, which means they have sizes: small, newborn, medium, large. The Bambuti do a sized, for example. And in terms of both birth to potty, then the Mio Solo, the Bambino Mio, is a birth to potty. And the easy one size, Bambuti, is a birth to potty. Now, with the birth to potty of Bambino Mio, obviously at the waist you adjust it with the Velcro. And then you've got different rises here at the front. What does it mean? It means that you can adjust it according to your babies. So the smallest one, you go to the popper and then you attach it to the top one. And you literally just snap it in like this. And this will be the smallest setting. So what you need to do, how do you know what setting it is? Just play around. Put it on baby, see what's best. I'm going to talk about fitting a little while later. And that's it. So with the birth to potty ones, once you snap it in, you can leave it and you can wash it like this. So you don't need to snap it in every single time. So that's what's easy about it. The Bambuti birth to potty, however, works a little bit differently. Now, on my Facebook page, I did post some pictures to show you how it works, and I also posted a video of how the bamboo tee works. With the bamboo tee, you don't have these ones like this, but literally, what you do, you have to fold it. So you fold it like so, and this is a smaller setting, for example. And then what you do, you take these around and you just snap it like so. And then you snap the other side. And this is what you do with the bamboo tee one. So that's not too difficult. Which one's best? The one that works for you. Personally, I alternate because now I got used to both systems. So we talked about all-in-ones in detail. So what's next? What are the types of nappies there are out there? There's what's called an all-in two. And I'm going to show you an all-in two by demonstrating a bamboo close pop-in. Close pop-ins have got Velcro. It's an all-in two and it's a birth to potty, and it works similar to the Bambino Mio in that it's got the different rises vertically and you can just pop in. It's called an all-in two because it's literally two parts, the nappy. There's an outer shell, which is this. And then there's the absorbency, which is the soaker, which is attached by these buttons. And then in the case of a close pop-in, there's an extra soaker attached here at the front. So this is an all-in two. With the all-in two, if this is just bead, then you can just snap it out. And if you've got more of these inserts and the outer shell is not soiled in any way, then you can reuse this. You can reuse the outer shell. So obviously there's some sort of savings that you could do because you could have just a few of this and more inserts, for example. Whatever works for you. So this is an all-in-two system. The all-in-two system is really good for containment, obviously, because you can see it's got this gusset at the side as well. And it's also quite good for absorbency. Now, this particular nappy can also be used for nighttime because close pop-in actually have a system for nighttime, which is the nighttime booster, as you can see. I'm just going to show you better. And literally these booster attached to the inserts inside. And there you go. This is your night nappy as well. So that's fairly good for in terms of money as well, because with just the one nappy you can use it through the day and the night. Then there's another system which is called a pocket nappy, and you might have seen this because there's a lot of cheapies on the internet, on eBay, Amazon, and so forth. I'm going to show you what's not a cheapie, but I'm definitely going to show you a great nappy, which is the Eco People. The Eco People has got Velcro as well, and it's a pocket nappy in that the absorbency is separated from the nappy. So the nappy is literally just the shell, and this is a micro fleece inside, which has stay dry qualities. And then the name, because there's a pocket. And what you do with the inserts, you place it inside the pocket, hence why it's called pocket nappy. So the advantage of a pocket nappy is that given the insert is not sewn in terms of drying, this dries really quickly because this is just the shell. So this will dry extremely quickly, and then the insert is separated and it will dry quicker than an insert which is attached to an all-in nappy. In this particular case, the Eco People, as you can see, the inside is really nice. It's micro fleece. It's got some guards as well, so no leaks. And then you get two inserts with this nappy. You get a really long insert. See how long it is? It's huge. It doesn't even stay in the frame. And it's composed of microfiber and soft bamboo. So again, like I said before, whatever works for you in terms of folding is what's right. So I usually fold it like so, because I get 3 layers, and then I just stuff it in my pocket. And you have to make sure that you put it all the way in. So that's what I'm going to try and do right now. So obviously You can prepare this in advance if you need to leave them with your childminder or your husband or your partner. So a little wiggle and that's it. The nappy is ready and can be fastened. This is a pocket nappy. So pocket nappy, once it's wet, once it's soiled, you have to take it and put it in your bin, in your nappy bin. You cannot reuse it. That's what happens. So that's a pocket nappy. Another system that I can show you is what's called a fitted nappy. And I'm going to show you a fitted night nappy. The Eco People bamboo fitted nappy. So this is a fitted nappy which comes with an insert as well, quite long. And this is just bamboo inserts. And inside is bamboo velour, very, very soft. And this is a fitted nappy, but it's also pocket. So you can put the insert inside, like I showed you before, or you can place it inside the nappy, whatever works for you, with a liner, and then close it. So the fitted nappies are not, they don't have a layer of absorbency outside, so they're gonna need a wrap on the top. So once you've fitted this, I just got an old wrap of mine lying around, then you're gonna fit the wrap on the top, like so. That's it, and that provides your absorbency. So this is a great night nappy because it's made of bamboo. Although I'm going to talk about fibers a little bit later on. So this is the fitted nappy system. So it's a nappy plus a cover. Another system is the old-fashioned one, but with a key, with a modern key. And it's called a pre-fold nappy or a flat nappy. This is a Bambino Mio pre-fold, and it's 100% cotton. So what you do, you can do what's called a newspaper fold. So you just literally fold it like so. And then what you do, you open it a little bit at the back, and then you have to place it on your baby like so. So the end result is going to be this. And you close it with a snappy, with a nappy fastener. So we don't do pins anymore. There's this handy nappy fastener. So there's lots of folds. There's a kite fold, there's a bikini fold, there's a newspaper fold, but the newspaper, I find it the easiest. So I'm just going to show you again. Literally just do this. And again, the right fit will depend on your baby. And then what you do, you create a little bit of a fold at the back. This will be your back. Then you put baby, and then you put this at the front. Then you will spread it a little bit. Then the flaps will go at the front again, like so. And then you close it with a nappy nipper. This is what it should look like at the end. So the advantage of using a flat nappy, so why do you need to go through all of that faff? It's because for real tiny babies in the first 12 weeks or so with their very runny poos, this is an excellent containment. This is really great because it's fitted and it goes around all the little nooks and crannies. Their legs are quite thin initially before they fatten up, like chicken legs, and a birth to potty necessarily may not be the best fit at the start. That's the compromise with a birth to potty, but this will see you through the very first few weeks with no leaks. Now on top of this, you need a wrap. The Bambino Mio ones, the nappies are not sized, it's just a one size. And the wraps are sized. So this is a size 1 wrap, and it goes just over the top of that flat nappy. So this is an overview of all the types of nappies. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the advantages and the disadvantage. So with this one that I just showed most recently, with the flat nappies, the pre-folds, The advantage of this is that they're economical, they don't cost the earth, they dry extremely quickly, which is really good if you've got a newborn because you're going to change him every 2 hours as per recommendations. So you need something that you can potentially wash every day, that dries really quickly, that absorbs the runny poo, and this is brilliant, that you can just throw in the wash and then use it again straight away. And the fact that it's a two-part system, the nappy and the wrap, means better containment and no leaks. So this is the advantage of this. And then once your baby is big for the pre-folds, then you can potentially, of course, you reuse this as an insert for a pocket nappy, for example, because all you need to do is literally just fold it, you see, and it becomes an excellent booster, for example, for night. I still use pre-folds for nighttime because I just boost my nappies. Even the fitted nappy that I showed you before, the Eco People Night Nappy, this could potentially go in between the wrap and the night nappy as an extra protection. So there's always a way to reuse this, so you're not going to waste your money and just use them for your newborn days. And they're really good value for money. So this is one good thing to think about this. The all-in-two, like I explained before, what's the advantage of this is the containment. Everyone swears by all-in-two as the best containment. So if you've got a big wetter, then they're definitely a nappy for you. These particular clothes poppins come in different fabrics, so you've got a few options. What's the advantage of an all-in-one? By default is the easiness, is the fact that there's nothing for you to think about. And most of them are microfiber, hence they dry really quickly, so they're nice and ready, and you can just put it on. What's the advantage of a fitted nappy? It's the fact that they last through the night. So I hear your voices saying, oh my God, so many types. I'm so confused. This is not helping me. Why is there so many types? What do I need to do? How many do I need to get? And do I need to get a whole kit? Or do I need to get like just a few? I would advise you to start slowly and go steadily, because you could potentially buy a full kit of 15, 20, 25 nappies, and then you could find yourself absolutely hating that nappy and wasting your money and wasting your time and having to resell them and lose money. So I would advise you to always have a few of these, because like I said, you can always use them in different ways, so you're not wasting your money. See how you get on with them, especially if you're starting from the beginning your cloth journey. Pocket nappies, they're a little bit of a passepartout, like they go with everything, and for the day they're excellent, so I would get a few pocket nappies. And the all-in-twos, you're not going to regret buying them. As for the sized nappy, medium, newborn, then you have to do what you have to do. The newborn sizes, they're effectively really good if you've got a tiny baby or a premature baby, and then you can go on above the body, so it could bridge the gap. In terms of day nappies, obviously pocket nappies, they're really good for daytime. So this is what I stock at the minute. There's also another system which I give you for because I want to complete my presentation, and I do not stock this, but this is what's called an hybrid, and it looks like this. Now this is a really important brand. I'm sure you know what this is. I'm just going to show you once again, which is composed of a cotton sort of pant, and this is a breathable plastic shell, and then you put your absorbents inside. This is an hybrid nappy. I do not stock this, but I just wanted to complete my presentation so you know what's out there. And there I can also put like disposable inserts in this. So this is it. Now I'm just going to have a quick read through any message, and then I'm going to go and talk about the different fabrics of nappies and how they differ, and then I'm going to go on to the fit, because there's a few people that ask me about fit. So I'm just going to go on my Facebook page now. I'm just going to see whether there's any message. So yes, I've been asked, will it also be available to watch recorded later? I'm hoping so, because I am recording this. So I really hope that my technical skill will allow me to then post it onto YouTube for you to watch it at a later stage, or go through and rewatch a section. So in terms of fabrics, let's start from the one which is the one that dries most quickly. That's microfiber. It's a man-made fiber. It acts like a sponge in that it's really quick to absorb. But the downside to it is it's not really good when it comes to compression. So yeah, it's like a sponge. So what does a sponge do? If you pour water in it, it will absorb it really quickly. If you squish it, it will release it. So that's microfiber. Now, do I hate microfiber? I absolutely do not hate microfiber. I love microfiber, because it's one of those nappies that as soon as I wash it and I take it out, I give it 3 or 4 hours. I leave it quite a warm flat and they dry again. Hence why, if you live in a small flat and you only got like limited amount of drying space, or you don't have an airing cupboard, or you don't have a garden, you don't have an outside space, and you definitely need to have at least a few microfiber nappies in your stash, because they're the ones that will get you through the day. They dry really quickly. However, for prolonged amount of times, if you have to have a car journey and you do not stuff a microfiber nappy just with one insert, then you will find they will leak, because once it's saturated and the baby sits in it, it will have the sponge effect. Same if you carry your baby on a sling for a long amount of time, it will leak at the side, because it will compress it. So that's microfiber. That's the advantage of it, and it's also really light. Another fabric is bamboo. Now, obviously, bamboo comes from the plant bamboo, but it's actually refined, so it's kind of an industrial fabric anyway. What's the advantage of bamboo? Absorbs a lot of pee. A lot of pee. So this is why I recommend the Eco People Bamboo Night Nappy, the fitted one for the night, is because it will last 12 hours with no leaks. Bamboo, however, the other side of bamboo is that it acts as a repellent on the surface. So again, if you go with a little bit of water and you pour it straight away on bamboo, you will see that it will actually fall. The water will fall at the side. It will not get absorbed very, very quickly like the microfiber sponge effect. So usually what the manufacturers of nappies do, for example, the Eco People nappy that I just showed you before, the inserts is half bamboo and half microfiber. So what you should do is place the microfiber on the top inside the pocket, and then the bamboo layers at the bottom, because the microfiber will catch it really, really quickly, and then the bamboo will keep it trapped and will keep on being absorbent, and that's the magic of that nappy. So there's also minky, which is another man-made fabric, which can be used for inside and outside. And also, this is the Bambooty Basics. This is minky. It's really soft. Obviously, when it's on the outside, it means it's polyurethane backed on the inside. So there's a PUL layer on the back. So this is another man-made fiber, and again, it dries really, really quickly. There's also what's called charcoal, although I do not sew charcoal, which is same as it's essentially a microfiber with a few charcoal bits sewn in. And there's also what's called zorb, which is again another man-made fiber. You will find a lot of different terminology, but these are the main ones. I actually really like bamboo. I get on with it. And I like microfiber, so I tend to be in these two fields. Now, microfiber does all of these fabrics make sure they do not stay in contact with baby's bum. So obviously in pocket nappies there will always be like that stay dry layer inside, so that will not be an issue. But where, for example, you use a bamboo nappy, then make sure you use a layer in between your baby skin and the actual bamboo fabric. So most people use a liner. Liners can be of two kinds. It can be the disposable liners, and this is the bamboo Eco People one. Now this has got stay dry quality. However, for the best stay dry quality, you can go with a fleece liner. A polyester fleece, essentially, that's what it is. That will capture the pee straight away, any moisture, and will make and will keep the baby skin dry. And this will avoid nappy rashes. So all the people that tell you, oh, cloth nappies give you nappy rash and things like that, they probably didn't listen to this advice. I've had cloth nappies on to my baby for quite a while. He did have nappy rash with disposable, but he's never had a nappy rash with cloth nappies. So as long as you are careful with that, then you will not get nappy rash. So this is I've talked about fabrics. Now let's talk about how to care very briefly for nappies. How do you care for real nappies? What do you do? So like I said, the only one nappies once they're wet, once they're soiled, you cannot reuse them. You put it in a dry pail bucket. So I use a bucket, the Bambino Mio bucket, which has a lid, and it's closed. No odors come out of it. The reason why I use the Bambino Mio, you could use any lidded bucket. You don't have to use one branded bucket. The reason why I use that is because it has a system. You can put a washing net inside, which attaches to the four corners of the bucket. And that means that once you put the nappies, the dirty nappies inside, you don't have to touch them again. You just have to lift the net. I leave it open and I just put it in the drum of the washing machine, and then that's it. You don't come into contact with the nappies again. You can use any lidded container though, so that's up to you. You can save yourself some money there. Now, some people say you can put a little bit of essential oils inside to prevent odors. However, I would always advise you you actually ask for advice from a qualified oil therapist before you use essential oils, because yes, they're natural, but natural doesn't always mean it's best for your baby skin. So be careful with that. Lavender oil is pretty safe. However, I wouldn't put it on the nappies in the bucket. Maybe you could use an old towel, an old cotton towel, or an old bamboo breast pad, for example. Just put a few drops in there and leave it at the bottom of the bucket. That's a compromise, and that's what I actually do. I'll put a little bit of lavender or tea tree in a little bit of a cloth inside the bucket. So you store them like that. There is no need to rinse them. There's no need to boil them. There's no need to do anything with them. Put them under the water unless you want to, but I've never done that. So you literally just dry pail them. You store them dry. Now, I would not advise leaving them longer than 3 days. And that's because the wee on the nappies then starts to become ammonia, and the ammonia could ruin the fabric of the cloth nappies. So 2 to 3 days is my rule of thumb. Personally, because I have a stash of about 15 to 18 nappies, about 3 for emergencies, I have a washing routine of washing every couple of days. So my nappies will never stay for longer than 2 days, unless I've got like an emergency and something exceptional happens. So that's what I do. So you store them dry, you just put them in the bucket, and then once you've done, you have to do a wash. So what do you do? How do you wash them? Do you wash them separately? Yes, I would always advise you to wash your nappies separately. So I put all of my nappies with inserts. I usually separate them beforehand before I put them in the bucket. And then I just literally dump them in there. What I do is I do an initial first rinse with no detergent, just water, just a first rinse. And this is especially good if you've got runny poos. So if in the first 3 months, you know, your baby doesn't have any solids at all, is being breastfed or just having formula, a very first quick cold rinse will just get rid of that layer of poo just on the top of your pocket, for example. And then usually that's 10-15 minutes tops. And then what I do, then I prepare my detergent. and I use half the recommended size of non-bio. Now, if you are aware of a group of parents called the Nappy Science Gang, they actually did a scientific test on bio and non-bio. They've actually proved that bio and non-bio is exactly the same for baby's skin. However, real nappy manufacturers will still advise you to use non-bio, and that's because it's a concern for the actual fabric of the nappy, so not for the baby. So I just use a normal non-bio detergent, whatever, and after recommended size, not enough detergent and not too much detergent. So as a rule of thumb, just about half the recommended size. If the nappies are absolutely dirty that time, then I would add a scoop of nappy sanitizer, and in my case, I use a scoop of Mio Fresh, which is Bambino Mio nappy sanitizer, and then I do a wash at 40 degrees. The recommended temperatures are 40 to 60 degrees. I do a 40 degrees wash, and then I do an extra rinse at the end just to get rid of all the suds. What you don't want to do is use fabric conditioner on your nappies. That's a big no-no. You do not use fabric conditioner. So just non-bio, after recommended size, 40 to 60 degrees. Obviously, always check on the individual nappy, just to check, because some of them are 40 degrees, some of them are 60, so just check what's fine. And then you wash them, just a standard wash, and then an extra rinse at the end. For the first few times, have a look at your washing machine. See if there's still suds by the end of the rinse. If there's still suds, then I recommend an extra rinse. And that's because you want to prevent a build-up of detergent. Sometimes nappies become leaky because there's a build-up of detergent. So by ensuring you do the extra rinses at the end, you prevent that problem from happening in the same place. And then you can dry them pretty much wherever you want. You can dry them in an airing cup, or you can dry them on the line. This is what I do. That's what's recommended. What's not recommended is that you put them on a heated surface, and that's because, especially for wraps, the plastic can get ruined, and therefore your this cannot be waterproof anymore. So be careful about that. Tumble dryer, you should be okay on the lowest setting. However, manufacturer will tell you not to tumble dry or tumble dry low, and that's for the same issue. The plastic could potentially melt, and it could degrade, and therefore your absorbency, your containment is compromised. So always be extra careful of that. So that's your guidelines for washing. Now, before you actually start using nappies for the first time, you will need to pre-wash them. Obviously, they're clean, so you can pre-wash with your baby's clothes. However, bear in mind that you cannot use any softener, so be aware of that if you're washing your nappies for the first time. So in terms of pocket nappies, microfiber nappies, three times tops, that should be fine. In terms of bamboo, the fabric will become better the more times you actually wash them. So I would always advise 2 to 3 times minimum for bamboo, but actually you will find that the absorbance will become better and better and better the more times you actually wash them. So bear that in mind. If you just washed it 3 times and the first few nights there's a little bit of a leak, bear in mind, be patient, it will become better as time goes on. So that's for fabric. That's for caring. The next one is fit. So I wanted to talk to you about how to fit the nappies onto your baby. And we're going to do it with this example. So what you do, make sure that the back is aligned to the hip socket of the baby. So not too high. So once it's aligned, then you put this, and what you do, you try and stretch it a little bit onto the side. And then you have to make sure that the guards don't actually stay on the thighs of the baby, because this will create those red marks, the sore marks that a few people have sent me messages about. So tuck it into the kneecap line as high as you can, and then these flaps should go in. and then this stretch it diagonally and close. Again, this then should go in, and then this stretch it diagonally and close. And this should make sure that you get the best fit. Now, a little bit of a mark on your ties, kind of like a sock mark, like we get, or a tights mark, is fine. However, if they get really sore and really red, then you're probably not following these recommendations. You're probably not tacking them high enough into the neckline, and you're probably not stretching them diagonally, and you're probably not fitting the nappy, okay? A good resource online is the Worcestershire Nappy Advisory Service website, and I'm just going to give you the website. It's www.worknas.org.uk. Worcestershire Nappy Advisory Service. They have a fitting guide there, which is amazing. Everything is explained there step by step, with pictures, in a way which is 100 times better than I can ever do. And then they've got a really, really good frequently asked questions sections as well. So I would check their website, because it's a bee's knees in terms of advice. So that's in terms of fitting. That was your question. So I'm just going to go quickly on my page again, see whether there's any other questions or notifications for me to go through. So let's just have a look. I'm actually going to check my Twitter as well and my email, just in case I have missed something. So nothing on the email. Let's just check. I've got some notifications on the Facebook. Let's just have a look. So yes, so I did go through how to get a good fit. Okay, so talking about gaps, let's talk about it. So once you do the neckline trick that I explained before, you shouldn't potentially have any gaps. However, something that could potentially go wrong with nappies is the balance between stuffing them and not stuffing them. So especially with the microfiber, what I was telling you about before, about the sponge effect, if you see leaks in your nappy, then I always advise you to perform the one check. And the one check is basically this question: is the insert completely saturated or not? If the insert is not completely saturated, then you've got to go back to your fit guide. So go and check on that page. Check if you're following all the steps. If the insert is not saturated, then it's a fit issue more likely than not. Or you wash them badly, or you and there's a build-up of detergent, like we said, or you put them in a tumble dryer and the stay dry layer is not stay dry anymore. So there's a few issues around that way. However, if the insert is completely saturated and it's leaking at the side, so you will see all of this area getting wet, then it means there's not enough absorbency for your child, or you forgot to change your child in time. Most likely than not, I know you're on top of things. So the issue is there's not enough absorbency. So you're going to need an insert or a booster. So you could use the pre-fold, like I explained to you before. You could use a ready-made booster, like so. So the issue with boosting a nappy is that there's a fine line between boosting them right and over boosting them. So if you boost them and you're still able to do a tight fit into the neckline, then you're onto a winner. If you over boost them and you get gaps on the side of the legs, then you're over boosting them, and that nappy will not work for you because you will get leaks. So it's a fine-tune exercise. I cannot advise you what's best for your baby because I'm not in front of your baby. So unless we do a Skype consultation, which you can always do with me, then I cannot actually see what's wrong. But bear in mind there's a fine line. So you need to experiment. You need to mix and match with the insets. So for example, use a pre-fold. See how that works for you. Use a bamboo one. Bamboo usually is a lot thinner than the microfiber inserts. And it works better for you if you put it behind the microfiber insert, for example. You need to mix and match, or you could use one microfiber poster and it could work for you. It's all a fine tune. So these are the issues that could go wrong. So I explained to you a little bit of what could cause a leak. I explained to you the fit. So I think this is my overview. Now, in terms of Nappy Love, you will see the brands that I stock at the minute. Bambuti, which do sized nappies, so they've got newborn sizes, they've got medium, they've got large, and they also got extra large sizes. If you're not bothered with the birth to potty, or they do a birth to potty. Bambino Mio, they obviously do the pre-fold nappies with a cover, or they do the one size fits most, which is the Mio Solo, which are currently at a really, really good price on my website at $12.99. Most websites have them at $15, including Ocado. So I've not price matched, I've done better than that. Then I've got the All-In-Two, which is a close pop-ins, which is really, really good, extremely good reviews. Pocket Nappy, the Eco People, Night Nappy, the Eco People, and I actually told you on the Facebook that we've got a new brand of wraps and inserts, which I will stock soon, which is Nature Babies, made in the UK, really good quality. I'm really excited to finally get them on my website. And then I also told you I had a little surprise for you all. The little surprise is I'm going to stock a Canadian brand called Bummies, and Bummies are really, really good, and I'm really excited that I'll be able to stock them. I'm going to stock a few organic cotton pre-folds from Bummies, and this is one of them, which I've used on my baby, and they are brilliant. I thoroughly recommend Bummies. So that was my surprise. So Nappy Love is expanding every day. I'm getting more of the brands that I love, and I also told you I had a little bit of a surprise for you in terms of discounts and offers. If you are watching this nappuccino, then I've got a special offer for you. If you buy any Eco People Birth to Potty V2 nappy this week, you will get, on top of the 2 inserts that come with the nappy, you will get a free bamboo insert as well. This is amazing. This is brilliant. This is thin, is really soft. You can double it up at the front. If you've got boys, you can use them flat for girls, and you can use them on any pocket nappy. So this is a great offer. And how do you get this offer? Just send me an email, info@nappylove.co.uk, after you place an order with an Eco People nappy, and I will send them for free. And then another offer that I have for you for the all of the week for the people that have watched the Nappuccinos is I have a special code for free delivery, which I'm not going to share with anyone else. So it's not going to be on my Facebook page. It's not going to be anywhere else. It's just going to be here in the live stream. The code that you have to insert at the checkout is YouTube free ship. YouTube free ship will give you free shipping throughout this week. So from today until midnight next Monday, you can have free delivery as well, on top of the offer of the Eco People with the free bamboo insert. So this is brilliant. So this is my thank you to everyone that has been watching this live stream Nappuccino. I really, really hope that it was useful to you guys. I really hope that I answered the questions that that were on your minds. And another thing I've got to remind you of is the rental scheme at Nappy Love, a newborn rental scheme, which I've introduced last week. If you have friends that are currently pregnant, or if you have a newborn and you're not sure what to do with nappies, you can also rent nappies from me. And for £50 plus £50 deposit, you get an array of newborn nappies for you to try, a brilliant selection. There will also be this box of close popping newborn, which is amazing for you to try. There will be Eco People newborn nappies for you to try, and these are really, really cute. They're extra tiny, so you can use them from the start. They've got the usual guards inside. It's an amazing offer, and you will get bamboo tea as well, newborn size as well. So lots of brands for you to try for £50 for 3 months. And the kit is actually brand new. So if you're the first one to try, you will get to try them for £50 plus £50 deposit, and for 3 months, and you get a brand new kit as well. In the future, I will only ever lend this kit for a consecutive amount of 3 times, so it will not be used for a long time. And then I will sell on the used nappies as second nappies, used nappies pre-loved on my website. So bear in mind, I'm going to add another sections onto the nappy sections on my website for second hands in about 6-9 months or so, depending on how many times I rent them out. I'm also going to introduce another scheme soon. So send me an email if you're interested, because I'd like to make a trial scheme. So for £10, I'd like to give you a few nappies that you can try, and if you're not happy with them, then you can return them and I can sell them on as seconds again. But I'm just developing that idea, and I'm going to show it to you on the website in the next week or so. So be tuned for nature babies to arrive on my website, for bummies to arrive on my website. This will happen in a couple of weeks, so be patient. And then for the rental scheme that's already out there, so lots of news, lots of things, lots of ideas. And Nappy Love is really open to you guys for suggestions. So if you ever want me to introduce a trial scheme or a kit, or if you need a personalized kit, then please get in contact, because I'm here for you. I'm here because you guys send me questions and emails, and I'll be more than happy to create a personalized pack for your own needs, for your baby. That's the reason why you don't see a lot of kits on my website, is because I want to do what's best for you and not just a generalized offer. So the email for any advice, for any questions, is info@nappylove.co.uk. You can always send me a Facebook message or a Twitter @nappyloveltd. That's my Twitter. So I'm just going to go quickly and check whether there's any more questions from you guys that I have missed, and it doesn't look like it from what I can see, but I'm just going to check quickly my emails as well. And if there's nothing there, then I'm just going to wish you good night, because I think I've been going for about an hour now, and you're probably bored of it. Okay, so I've got an inquiry, and yes, I've just had a busy evening. Will any of it be available to watch again? Yes, Jane. I will try and post this on YouTube for you to watch another time. So that's about it, guys. Thank you ever so much. You don't know how happy I am to have done this. It's a great thing for me. I've never done a live event. I don't think it's ever been done in the UK, and I'm so grateful that there's people actually watching it. It's amazing to know that there's people watching my live stream. It really makes me proud of and really happy of having started this business. So I can see there's about 6 people watching right now. So Peterborough nappies, bamboo one size, more setting uses spot inside nappy. Yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Peterborough nappies. Yay, bummies, Danny. Yes, you love bummies. That's great. I will get that, and I will do the tutorial on bamboo again. Okay, so guys, thank you ever so much for listening to this and for tuning in. I know you've got your babies, and I know that they can cry, and I know that you're very tired and you probably want to have a glass of wine or a cup of tea, or you probably want to have your dinner. So thank you very much for tuning in. I will now try and post this onto my YouTube for you to watch it at a later stage. So thank you so much. Have a great evening, and spread the nappy love. Bye guys. Good night.